Hi everyone, this is the Perspective with Viv podcast. My name is Viv and welcome to the show. Today's title is Awakening from the Dream with Awakened Zen Master Thich, and it's my pleasure and honor to host her here on this podcast. Now, Awakened Zen Master Thich is also known as the Awakened One. She's a spiritual leader of the Universal Door Meditation Center in Sugar Land, Texas, and is one of the few recognized female Buddhas in the world. Her approach is both profound and accessible, guiding people toward clarity, inner peace, and spiritual awakening. She awakens the Buddha potential in every individual and opens their wisdom mind, giving them the direct experience of returning to the unborn mind and liberating the born mind to find inner peace, true happiness, and purpose of life. Thank you, Awakened Zen Master, for joining me on this show. It's a pleasure and an honor. Now, my first question for you is, you're known as the Awakened One. What does that title mean to you? And how did your path lead you there?
Okay. Have you ever lived in the dream world? Daily life? You see in the dream world still have the life, right?
Yes.
You see, when you have dream, you still have a living the life, right? In dream world, right? But that moment you feel is the real, right? Is it true? When you have dream,
Yes.
when you
Yes.
sleep,
Yes.
you have dream, right? You think that it's real or dream. That moment.
I think it's real.
Real, right?
In that
And
moment,
until
yes.
the moment you wake up, right? You know, oh, that is a dream world, right? And how the moment you wake up, you are in different world or the same world?
Yeah,
Different
different
states of
world.
mind or the same state of mind?
When I wake up, I'm in the same state of mind as I was in the dream for a few seconds, then I quickly switch into a different state of mind.
Yes, it's a separation, right? And you are
Yes, so
wake up,
quick.
right? And then
Mm-hmm.
from there, how the dream world still there or disappear?
Disappeared, but maybe still there, but
Disappear.
we're not aware of it.
Right. But because you're not aware of that. But sometimes someone, even they woke up, right? But they still carry that dream with them, right? Because they love that dream, right? They think it's good dream, right? They still
Definitely.
stuck with their mind, right? Even they already wake up, but they still hang on to that dream, right? You got
Mm-hmm.
it? They still
Yes.
believe that dream is a real. Wake up is not real, right? You see it?
Yes. Yes.
Now, similar to that example
Hmm.
I open for you. You see,
Okay.
it's in
Yes.
every life. People live in the dream world. They live in sleepiness, forgetfulness. And therefore they believe is they are real. Therefore, they fight for that. Because that is not real. It's always change. And wake up is mean wake up from the dream world. No more lost in dream world. To become awakened. To be free from the dream world. It's mean wake up. And everybody need to wake up, right?
Yes.
That's when I wake up, I live in the wake world. And the world that is see things clear, see everybody lost in the dream world. Everybody hold on about reality, right, wrong, good, bad, high, low. They believe they are real. But they don't know that it's always change. They are not real. That is not real. Awaken one, awaken world, awake up is a real. They live in the dream world, the real world. But the awakened world is a world serene, fresh, open, and then full of wisdom, full of compassion, and awake to and crave out appear. And from that moment, when I woke up, I saw everybody lost in the dream world. They didn't know. They believe that it's the real world. And they fight for that. That from that moment, I make a vow to step into the world, to awaken their awakened mind, wake up and liberate from attached to the dream world to believe that it's real. That is my purpose to be in this world.
Wow. So beautiful. Thank you.
You
And
got it?
was that, yes, I got it for real. And I have more. You don't even understand how
Okay.
many questions I have.
Yes.
So was there a moment in your life when you realized you were living inside a kind of dream, a reality shaped more by illusion than truth?
When I was in 2001, when I'm 13 years old, because of my life. I'm searching for that. Truly, I already know what is a awake world, what is a dream world. But I'm born in this world. Therefore, I accept the world cover me for a moment in order to understand how humans suffering. Therefore, along the way, on the way to go back home, I experience about how humans suffering, how being trapped in the dream world. I know that. But because of my goal to wake up, to go back to awake world and liberate all the attached to the dream world, therefore it's easy for me to see all people suffer, why they suffer, but they didn't know, right? Because they believe that their real world. Therefore, they could not get out. They could not down with that, right? And then along the way, I applied many methods. I read the Buddha life. I applied meditation, and truly I spent whole life, my life, to dedicate for application or searching for the way to go back home. But couldn't until the day, the final day in Thailand, in the meditation hall. I sat there for 8 days. Each day I have a chance to face the truth within myself. And then I know where is my home. I know exactly where is my true home. What is a wake up and what is a dream world. I have a chance to face how the dream world running within myself and what is wake up, right? And then many voices appear within myself and tell me that, no, that is real world. It's not a dream world, right? But I know what is a wake up, what is a real world, right? I keep facing each day, until the final day, boom, and finally woke up and liberate all the attachment to the dream world. And then from there, I live with that 24/7. And from that
Wow.
moment, I'm become awakened. And then liberate all the attachment to the dream world. And then I start to see the moment I wake up, I start to see all people around the world get lost in that dream world, but they didn't know. But everybody have capacity to wake up, to be truly happy and free. And from that moment, I make a vow to step into the world, to awaken their Buddha potential, their awakened mind. And since that day, I travel around the world to awaken their awakened mind and liberate from the dream world.
Wow. Thank you for that answer. Very profound. I have three things to say about that. Number one, I love that your purpose is to awaken the Buddha potential
Yes.
in everybody, to awaken everybody from the dream world. That's
Yes.
one. Two, I love that you speak of shedding attachments. So you're basically saying that by relieving yourself of attachments and labels, you're able to just be freely and therefore see other people as they truly are.
Yes.
Right? Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's so profound.
You know,
And
because when I saw all people, they being trapped in the system, they didn't know.
mm,
You see, they been trapped in the system about right, wrong, good, bad, high, low, and then repetition in the cycle. Every
yes.
day, repeat, and then they become one with that. They didn't know. And then they get lost in that system. And I saw that. And I know that if I don't show them, I don't awaken their Buddha potential, how do they know? Because they
Mm,
get lost in that system already. They've been trapped in that system already. They don't know. And they believe that real already. And that's what it,
yeah.
because from that moment, my crave out appear. Crave out to awaken their Buddha potential. And true love appear. I saw how people suffer, they don't know. And the wisdom appear. It means I saw all people have a capacity to wake up. And I see each person as they are. And a way tool appear. It means from that moment, it's a tool arise within myself. Even I don't think, I don't try, it's available within myself and available every moment. I will use that tool to awaken their Buddha
Wow.
potential and liberate their attachment. That is
Beautiful.
five natures appear.
Yes. So when you mention waking up from the dream and you speak of the dream, what does that represent in your teachings? Is it not only the dream world of when people sleep, but really it's a metaphorical term for people attaching meaning to things that they don't need to attach meaning to? One, people feeling weighed down by the labels that they use to describe themselves. Two, people being in this world and thinking that this is what the true reality is. Meanwhile, there's an enlightened perspective and vision of how to see this world and relate to other people. Is that what you mean?
Yes, yes.
Mm.
Because when they get lost in the dream world, it's like sleepiness, right?
Yeah.
They are trapped in that already. There's sleepiness, right? And then it's the ignorance. We call ignorance. Because ignorance, you cannot see things clear.
Yeah.
You cannot see the nature of life. You don't know who you truly are, right? You only lost in the ignorance, greed, and hatred, and believe that you are that, what you collect in the dream world, to believe you are that, right? And from there is create a lot of idea, right? I am this, I am that. I'm right, I'm wrong, I'm good, I'm bad, I'm high, I'm low, right? It's a from there is create a lot of things within themselves. Therefore, from there, they don't know, right? Because they think they believe they are that. The society let them know that they are that too, right? And that's why from there, I will show them. I will show them because they believe that. They attach to that belief. Call
Yeah.
this suffering.
What are some signs someone is still asleep, spiritually speaking? When someone is still asleep, right?
Yes.
What do they look like and how do they act? How do they think?
Oh, okay. Very good. Truly, when someone, they are in sleepiness, right? They lost in that world already. They don't know. They don't know anything. They think they are that world, right? Because they
Mhm.
believe they are that world, right? They that world belongs to them, right? The darkness, right? And from there, the dream appear, right? The dream about whatever they see, they believe that is, right? Whatever you see, and every day we see it, okay, whatever we see, oh, that you collect the what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you touch, what you take, right? Everything when you touch, you start to believe you are that, right? Because of ignorance. Therefore, whatever you touch, you believe you are that, right? And from there, you start to believe you is real. What you see is real. What you touch is real. What you smell is real. What you taste is real, right? And from that moment,
Hmm.
everything appear. And then from there, you fight, right? You fight for right. You fight for good. You fight for something, right? That's why from that moment, that's a signal for let you know that because you start to fight for right. You start to
Hmm.
fight for good, fight for I am something, right? But truly, that is not you.
Oh,
That
wow.
is a collective energy. That is dream world. And that's one, but that moment you don't know. You don't know you are in the dream world. You see it until awaken your Buddha potential, wake you up one time.
Hmm.
When you wake up one time, you start to say, oh, that is dream world. But
Hmm.
if you are in dream world, you don't know. You don't know you are in dream world.
Wow.
You believe
So,
that in your real world.
so how might one begin to awaken?
First awaken one need to awaken their Buddha potential.
Hmm.
It's means I come and I wake them. I let them see the signal. Okay. For example, people always believe that I'm happy, it's okay, normal. I'm angry, normal. I am have fear, it's normal. I have fear, it's normal. I am angry, get angry, is normal. You see, they think it's normal. They don't know, right? But truly, when one awaken their Buddha potential, they will see is that that's not normal. That's a signal for you to say that because you hold on to something called suffering.
Hmm.
And that's the signal. And when awakened one, let them see about the signal of I am something called as suffering. And I am something is not, that is a false you, not is a real you. You are awakened mind. That is the key.
Hmm. Beautiful. Thank you so much for answering. And in your view, what role do societal conditioning or modern distractions play in keeping people stuck in illusions?
Yes. For me, I'm here to awaken their Buddha mind, right? Buddha potential. And from there, when they awaken, they can see things clear, right? Within themselves, within those people around you. And it's easy for those people to interact with each other without suffering, without holding anything, right? We can see things as they are. And then from there, we are free. We are become one with the awakened mind, right? And from there, true love appear, true compassion appear, true wisdom appear. And from that moment, disturbed by nothing. That's when the world will become awakened world. No more
Mm.
fighting, no more
Mm.
judging, no more discrimination, and awakened world and true happiness.
So you definitely say that the way society is right now, or
Yes,
the energy of society, the collective energy, it's trapped in that cycle of suffering,
yes,
thinking in a way in which they suffer, being in
yes,
a way in which they suffer. And because the collective mind has that running, it
that's
sort
true.
of keeps people trapped in that
Yes,
cycle
that's true.
without giving them a way out. And that
Yes,
is where you come in with awakening people to their Buddha potential. You
yes,
break through that cycle to
yes,
create something better for
yes,
someone.
that's true. You know why? Because the reason they trap in the system, therefore they fight each other. You see, that's when the war appear, right? Fighting, a lot of happening right now in the society. Why? Because of ignorance, because greed and hatred, right? They don't know. They are trapped in the system. They don't know. They don't know who they truly are. They just fight for right, fight for good, fight for win, fight for something, right? Because that's all they know, right? And that's
Mm.
when you see it's collective energy. That's when you saw day by day the world become more darkness, right? Even
Oh,
with
yes.
the technology develop, right? Everything grow. But why inside each person? Very dark because it's a lot of
Mm.
fear, a lot of stress, a lot of suffering. You see, that's
Yes.
why I'm here to awaken their Buddha potential. I'm here to wake them up, right? And from that moment, when they wake up, they say, oh, they've been trapped in the system and they need to wake up and liberate, right? And from that moment, they can see things different. And then from there is a truly the karma change.
Mm.
The negative energy will change, right?
Mm.
And the darkness will change, and then the world will
Yes.
change, shift into awakened world, the light instead
Yeah.
of the darkness, right? Like that.
Thank you so much for explaining that, because I feel as though that's why I'm really happy that you're on this podcast, because it's the premise of why it was started, to enable people to shine light on their dark parts so that they can
Yes,
alchemize it and transmute it into light and then exist as light. And I feel as though the more they listen to episodes like this, and this episode with you, I'm already pretty sure that it's going to be so wonderful. It's reinforcing the message of this podcast that the dark inside of us doesn't have to remain dark. We just have
yes,
to do the work to bring it to light, to
that's
transmute it to
true.
light. So thank you so much for what you're doing. And how do you
Wonderful.
awaken people? And how do you awaken people? And what does true awakening feel like?
Yes. You know, because first, whoever near awakened one, they will feel awakened one energy. It means the true love, the
Mm.
present, the wisdom, right? And from there, it's easy for them to be open with me. You see, usually people always feel unsafe and feel they would try to protect themselves. They try to hidden, right? They try to cover, right? But whenever they are the awakened one, it's because they feel trust. They are open because in each person have Buddha potential. Therefore, when they are near awakened one, it's right away I'm cultivate their Buddha potential, their awakened mind, and right there is the connection arise, right? And from that moment, they feel it. They feel it, and then from that moment, they are open for awakened one to awaken their Buddha potential. And from there, I will show them what block their truly happy. You see, what they still stuck within themselves. And from there, I start to wake them up, and wake them up. And they start to see all the dream world start to disappear, right? And they
Yes.
start to wake up along the way. And they experience for themselves, right? The moment they on the way to wake up, they feel all the attached within themselves. It just start to fall apart. The fighting within themselves is start to fall apart. The anger, the judging, everything starts to fall apart. And then from that moment, it's true love appear. And they start to see things different. And that moment, when they're on the way to wake up, they can see the nature of life, not exactly the way they see before. You see, before they see that everything is like darkness, everything is, but now when awaken their Buddha potential. And why they say, oh, what is a dream world? What is get lost in the dream world? Why we suffer? Why people around us suffer? Why we are not truly happy? They know for their own. And along the way, they will walk the path to truly wake up and liberate the cycle pot and death.
Wow, beautiful. I understand where you're coming from. I see what you're saying, especially when it comes to energy. I must say, like, even with our episode, when I was having difficulties earlier on, I felt when, I got that energy of take your time, don't worry, just log back in. Just there's something inside of me that just made me feel calm and, happy and seen and made space for. So I love when, what's the right word? You can see glimpses of what people practice in little things, just even the most unexpected things. Came ready to see you through questions that I asked, but outside of all of that, with that slight difficulty in the beginning, I was able to see that it seeps into every little thing. Like there's that space to be. So I understand what you mean by your energy. Your energy is real. I wish I had
Yes.
better English to describe it, but I feel that. So yes, thank you for
You see,
sharing that with me.
for example, when Awakened One talk to you, you know, sometimes you don't need to think, right? You don't need to try to
Mm,
think to understand, right? I just interact
mm-hmm,
with you. How do you feel?
mm,
How do you feel when I
good.
interact with you? And you feel what did you see
Heart,
when I
heart
interact with you?
opening.
Heart
My heart
opening.
opening. Yeah.
Yes. And what
It's
else?
like a flower blooming. I feel
Yes.
safe. I feel
Faith.
safe. I feel
And what else?
comfortable. I feel, I feel like I'm like stepping into my
Something awakened
real
inside yourself.
energy.
Something
Yes.
awakened
Yes.
inside yourself, right? You
Mm-hmm.
can see
Mm-hmm.
something different
Mm-hmm.
than before, right?
Yes.
Little
Yeah.
bit. Okay, something. What is mean? Oh, wake up. What is mean? Lost in the dream world, right? I start to open your wisdom mind while I
Mm.
interact with you, right?
Wow.
When I interact with you, I start to open your wisdom mind. You don't need to learn from book, or I don't need to teach you by, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do that. By just opening with you, interact with you, I already open your wisdom mind. And
Yeah.
then I already open for you to see the truth within yourself and the truth within the world, right? And from there, you start to see how humans suffering, right? And and we
Mm.
have a way to get out, right? We are not stuck in that cycle, right? How do you feel? We
Mm-hmm.
feel that we have a way to get out of that system, right?
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Even as you speak, I'm breaking down things like in my life that I'm like, okay, I can look at it this way, I can approach it this way. So I definitely understand what you're saying. Plus, there's this energy that I feel where it's like white light. That's what I wanted to say. Like just coming out of me in this way, just
Yes.
because we're interacting. That's the main thing I feel and see by visualizing. So thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Does awakening require solitude, or can we wake up while fully immersed in daily life, jobs, families?
Wonderful question. You know, awaken mind already within yourself.
Hmm.
But the attached mind still within yourself, right? Therefore, we don't have to require to be in solitude, right? But at first, we need time, little bit time, to come to meet awakened one. In order for awakened one to awaken your Buddha potential and give you some application, right? And then after that, when you start to recognize what is the awakened mind, right? What is the not in the dream world? What is this? At least you start to know, right? And then you start to walk the path in the meditation session or retreat, right? But after that, you can carry that in your daily life while you interact with your husband, wife, parents, children, co-worker. I will show you how to go back to your awakened mind. and liberate the attached mind, right? In the daily life. And then from there is the true love appear in your daily life. True wisdom appear in your daily life, right? You don't need to wait until you come to meditation practice. You have that. You can carry that in your daily life.
I think it's one thing that stands out to me that you said numerous times is the fact that people start to feel true love and true compassion. And
Yes.
that changes the way they see themselves and relate to society. And I feel as though that by you saying that, it's kind of like as one person awakens through the way they change their attitude by embodying true love and compassion and the way they treat their brothers and sisters, they sort of awaken other people. And you kind of like motivate them to come out of that cycle just from being awakened by you. That's what I'm getting.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Lovely,
You know,
lovely.
because when in everyday life we didn't have a chance to connect with awaken one
Mm,
energy. Therefore, people didn't connect more with the what is mean serenity, right? What is mean true love? What is mean true wisdom, right? What is mean crave
mm,
out? They didn't have a chance to connect with that. Therefore, they didn't know everyday life, they already connect with the darkness, the right, wrong, good, bad, high, low, judging, right? And therefore it's a bring there to the negative energy, the darkness energy, right? But when you have a chance to meet awakened ones, and you will feel the five natures, and from there cultivate awakened mind within yourself, right? And from that moment, it's easy for you to looking for. You need to looking
mm,
for awaken, okay, awaken one, awaken mind, and you need to looking for how to get back to your real, your original. Your original is awakened mind, right? The original is the real you. Can see things clear as they are, and can see the nature of life. The nature of life is impermanent. The nature of life is not real, right? The nature of life always change. But because you're not awakened yet, therefore we believe the nature of life is a real. Therefore we attach to the nature of life and we cause a lot of suffering.
Thank you for that answer. Now I want us to move into enlightenment and embodiment. Okay. How do you define enlightenment and how has that definition evolved through your own journey?
Enlightenment is the mean awakening. When the moment
Mm,
you wake up, liberate all attachment to the dream world, lead you to the cycle of birth and death. That's called enlightenment. This means you enlightenment. No more get lost in the dream world. You are free
mm,
from the cycle of birth and death. You are out of the system. You become the Buddha. You become enlightened. And from there, these five natures appear. You have the capacity to awaken all people around the world regardless of background, religious and gender.
mm.
That's mean the moment you
Wow.
enlightenment is mean you wake up, completely wake up and completely liberate from the cycle of birth and death that cause
Mm.
suffering. That is
Thank you for
enlightenment.
that. So, would you say enlightenment is a final destination or a way of being?
Way of being. But you need
Mm,
to live in that. The way of being is being you go back to your real. You no longer let the force you lead your life. Because when you
mm,
become enlightenment, the fall you disappear. No more false you. You become real. And that moment you become one with the light, awaken, right? And true love appear, true wisdom appear, true compassion appear, right? And the false you disappear. The moment you become enlightenment, the false you disappear. And the false you no longer there. You see, people suffer because they believe it's false for them is a real, right? But truly that's not real. That is a that is a false. It's illusion, right? It's a real you is feel. Real. You need to wake up. You need to become enlightenment and liberate the for you. And then you can live with that 24/7.
And I believe that the false us is the us that feels as though we need to be a particular persona to be accepted by society, or we need to embody a certain kind of character or attitude to succeed in life. And because society has constructed this kind of structure in which people need to not really be embodied in order to survive and succeed, that's why a lot of people find themselves in that destructive cycle of
Yes.
fighting
Yes.
themselves and therefore fighting other people, and then embodying suffering instead, because they're not embodying their true body. They're
That's
just
true.
floating around that body, right?
That's true.
And then
That's true.
that space is consumed by suffering instead,
That's true. Yes.
because
Yes.
they're disconnected.
Wonderful.
No,
You got
wow.
it. Boy, you got it.
Thank you.
Wow, you
Thank
have
you.
potential to wake up. You know, when you become awakened, you still live in this society. You still in this world, but you disturbed by nothing. You no longer controlled by this world. You see, you can live in this world. You not disappear in this world,
Yes.
right? But this world no longer control you because you know what is this already.
Yes, thank you. And one quote that I always love to say when it comes to tarot reading, there's this card called the Hanged Man. It says, "You're in this world, but you're not of it." So you are enlightened and you're staying at a higher perspective from
Yes.
other people. Therefore, you can see things from a wider view and from a higher vantage point.
Yes,
I understand
yes,
what
you
you're
are
saying.
out. You are a different world. You are an awakened
Mm-hmm.
world, right? It's a wake up.
Mm.
And you out.
Oof.
And then no longer lost in the dream world. No longer locked in the darkness, right? You become awakened. And then the darkness disappear. Like the sunrise, all the darkness disappear, right? That like that. And then from that moment you are free.
So, do you believe everyone is capable of reaching enlightenment in this lifetime? What holds most people back?
Uh the reason hold people back because they believe, they don't know, they believe the dream world is a real. And a society like a magnetic, right? The magnetic is feed their system. They don't know. It means like running nonstop, right? And themselves and the society feed the system, right? They don't know. Like, how can they get out, right? But until they met awakened ones, right? And awakened one awaken their Buddha potential. And from that moment, until they know who they truly are, each person, when they know who they truly are, where their true home, where they belong to, what world they belong to, right? And then only that moment give them a power to go home and liberate the addicted to the system, right? If not, because like the system is like magnetic, it control them. They've been trapped in the system for a lifetime. Therefore, it's pull them back. And the more they connect back to the real them, they know who they truly are until they are the one to know who they truly are and where they true home and liberate what? That give them a power to go back home, to go back their real and liberate the attachment to the cycle birth and death. And from that moment, everything will become easy for them, not hard.
Wow. Thank you for that answer. So, once someone has awakened, how do they continue walking the path without slipping back into the dream world?
Wonderful. You have the way. When you become along the way, awaken your Buddha potential, awaken one will guide you how to walk the path, to carry that within yourself until you truly fully wake up and liberate. And along the way, I will help them because along the way, and they have made any question. Awakened one will guide them to show them exactly. Or sometimes some still stuck point still within themselves, they don't know, right? It's pull them to the darkness direction, right? Because
Yes.
sometimes still hiding inside, they will know exactly how to ask awakened one to show them how to get out, how to get back to the unborn, how to get back to the awakened mind, right? And from that, they can see the system already control them, right? That they could will just fall apart. You see? It's like sometimes something they hold so tight, right? They don't know. For example, like they hold something like that, right? They don't know, right? But they believe still control, but they don't see it. Awaken one will awaken more to let them see what is it that moment, and why that moment is fall apart. Right? They know for themselves, they
Mm.
experience for themselves, and along the way is that they uncover more layer within themselves, and then they go back to the real them more.
Mm. Thank you so much. Wow.
Yes.
So, what does living awake look like in a world that often rewards numbness, or disconnection.
Yes. Yes. When you on the way to become a Buddha, awaken, you are fresh. You're not.
Mm,
You are fresh. You are open. You are um, free. You know, it's open, fresh, and it's not like you still live like normal, but truly disturbed by nothing. Along the way, you become lively, right? You become meaningful, right? Like that, and then you become fresh. This is along the way you will know, and then you feel it's all start to fall apart. All start putting yourself depression, stress, worry, suffering, judging. You know, many things. You see, everything is just fall apart. You feel it for yourself, and then you become awakened along the way until you move to final stage. It's being fully awakened and completely liberate the attached to the cycle of birth and death, and then from there you are free. You know for your
wow.
own along the way.
So, fully awakened, it's like freedom because you're free in
Yes.
your mind and in your spirit. It's not
Yes.
attached to things. You're
Yes.
not expecting the world to show up a certain way for
Yes.
you. You're just neutral. You're
Yes.
detached from
Yes.
outcomes. You're detached from expectations. You're just being and
Yes.
responding to life.
That's
That's
true.
the freedom you speak about.
Yes.
Oh, very
That's true.
interesting.
But
Very interesting.
not only detach, let go, but from there you are free, but you can see things clear.
Mm,
You can live your life in awakened mind. You are free, you are clear. You will know exactly what to do. You will know exactly what to talk, what to take action, what to do in this world. You are free like that. Yeah.
wow.
And you can freely to live in life, right? You're not just run away from life or you go live in the forest. No, you are free in your life. And then you can interact with your husband, wife, children, and co-worker and everything. But that moment disturbed by nothing. And you
Mm,
have no fear at all to make any decision. You know what to take, what to drop, what to move, what to give, what to keep. You are free, no hesitation, no fear. Còn right now, you
yes.
see, we live in a dream
Mm,
world. We have a lot of fear. Whatever decision we make, we
yes.
say, it's true, okay, or how, and then
Mm.
how you have a lot of fear appear within yourself, right? But when you become awakened, you can see things clear, and you will know exactly what to do. That is the power of wake up.
That's a beautiful answer. Thank you so much for sharing because I'm getting from what you're saying is that even emotions like fear, sadness, all these things, it's not like we don't feel, but we
Yes.
don't attach meaning to it. That's
Mm-mm.
one thing. And also maybe we don't overthink as much as we did before because we see everything as neutral. And
Yes.
is what is the meaning that we assign to those things that we could either bring about suffering in our minds or liberation.
Yes.
So, but
Mm.
as an enlightened, awakened one, you will
Mm.
choose the path of liberation. You choose the path that enables you to feel free, which
Yes.
means not being controlled by anything outside of you
That's
and
true.
being able to dominate your internal mind to serve you as
Yes.
opposed to being a victim of society's ideals
That's
and
true.
expectations.
Yes. Yes. That's
Okay,
true.
thank you. I'm getting it.
Wow, very clear. You are very clear. Have you ever heard that this whatever awakening opened for you today? Have you ever known that before? Or this is only today after awakening opened for you, you start to know more about that.
No, I knew about this, definitely. However, with talking to you, I'm more concrete in that understanding. It's like,
Wonderful.
it's like you're affirming what I've known, and I feel confident enough to share that this is how I've seen it. And by you explaining it to me, I'm now more sure that I was right about my thinking of these things.
Mm.
Yes.
We're
Yes.
gonna have a question for you. Have you ever recognized the clear mind within yourself? Have you ever recognized that?
I think that's a beautiful question because I feel like I am now in that space of experiencing the clear mind. I
Mm.
still oscillate, sometimes I'm very clear, but like most times, yes, my mind is clear and I see life differently. Even today
Mm.
is the perfect example of me having a clear mind.
Yes.
With my clear mind, I was able to flow through the day and
Yes.
I found myself having more compassion, more
Mm.
respect, more love on a neutral level for everybody.
Yes.
And And even at one point, I said to myself that, is it just me or everybody is more loving today? You know, there was something there. And I,
Yes.
yeah,
Do
and I,
you know that when you talk to awakened one, you know, you awakened one are connected your
mm,
a clear mind, awakened mind to me. You see it? That's when you just hear it. You can right there just respond, right? We're
yes,
connected with awakened one, right? And then you see it's that mind different than the another mind. You see another mind. You say inside yourself have two mind, right?
mm,
The clear mind. You
mm-hmm,
see, but if you have another mind, right? The mind about right, wrong, good, bad, high, low, right? A lot of um, thinking in there, right? But the mind of clear mind, pure mind, you see, just connect to awaken one. And whatever I
mm,
open for you, you just got it. Oh, yeah, you got it? And then
yeah,
you feel really connected to awaken one, right? Whenever I open, you connect. You got it, right? And then when you got it, it's not about your another mind got it. You see, it's a pure mind got it. You see, that is
yes, yes.
the clear mind. You need to live with that mind. You need to connect to that
Hmm.
mind. Yes, you got it.
Yes, thank you for that.
That
Yes, I
is
got
you.
it. Wow.
Yes, light. Wow, you got it. That's what right now. Just start to recognize that mind, and then don't follow the another mind. The voice always
Mm,
high, low, good, bad, right, wrong. Right? That is not you. That is the human mind,
yes.
attached mind. Right? The mind can see
Hmm.
that mind is you. The mind can hear awakened one clearly and respond to awakened one clearly. And connect to awakened one is this the the awakened mind. You need to
Wow.
connect back with that mind and live with that mind. And while you
Thank
go
you.
back to that mind, we'll liberate all the attached mind that cause suffering. Got it?
Yes. Wow. Yes. Got
Now
it.
you recognize that mind?
I do. I do.
Wonderful.
And now I was thinking as you were talking, I was like that, oh my gosh, I recognize it. I have to sit with how to continue to connect with it, you know, as I go through daily life.
Yes.
But yeah, today was a great example of a clear mind. Yes,
Mm,
definitely. Because even
mm.
bringing it back to when we first started the interview, even when all of that was happening, normally I could be like very stressed, but I was just like, nah, just relax. You got this.
Yes.
It's going to work. It's going to
Yes.
work. You know? Yes.
Well, that's what the awake one here in this world to help you all to go back to the that
Mm,
mind. When you
mm,
awaken your awakened mind, it's naturally you become open, fresh,
yes.
relax,
Yes.
and just be
Yes.
yourself, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
connect to awaken one. And do you
So what,
feel any when we talk about five natures of awakened one? Is while you interact with awakened one, what you connect the most? Wisdom, compassion, grave vow, serenity, and wisdom. Which one? Awake to. Which
the
one you
five
connect or you connect five naturally without thinking?
wisdom, because I thought
Wisdom.
about it earlier. Yeah.
Wisdom. What is wisdom right there?
What the wisdom,
Yes. In awakened one, when you interact with awakened one, you felt wisdom. What you mean about wisdom from awakened one?
I think basically what you're describing about awakening, about release of attachments, about the life and death cycle, about coming out of the cycle of suffering, everything that I've known, but like you were saying it, and as I took it in, I was like that, yes, I feel wisdom from the five awakened natures. Like this is where what
Wonderful.
I'm connecting with, because by you sharing what you were sharing, I was then able to respond by sharing what I knew. And that's when
Yes.
you said, oh wow, you know this. So it's wisdom that I connected with
Wonderful.
immediately.
Wonderful. That wisdom. Next, which one?
I would like to say compassion, actually.
Compassion. What is compassion?
Yes. I think compassion for myself a lot more, and therefore compassion for other people. I think for me, based on labels that we've been speaking about, have a couple of labels that I still just carry on my head and say that this is who you are.
Mm.
And by being able to take a step back while we're discussing, I was like, no, you don't need to even attach yourself to these labels, the way you see yourself and all of that. And especially because it's negative labels, you need to let go of that in order to be freer and to have a clearer mind. And
Yes.
I think that, yeah,
Yes.
that's something,
That's
that's the one, those
wisdom,
two
right?
ones. Yeah.
And how
Wisdom and
about
compassion.
the awake tool? Do you know what is awake tool?
Yes, I know what the awake tool is, but I
Yeah,
don't
awake
think I
tool from
connected
awaken
to
one.
that. Yeah, I don't think I
Yes.
connected to that. If anything, it was awakening wisdom that
Yes.
I connected with because of the fact that you were explaining to me what awakening, how the awakening occurs and what you
Yeah.
do and all of that. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. It's awake one have a way, a tool to just open whatever
Mm,
right there to open for
mm,
you
mm.
to
Yes,
see the truth, right?
yes,
Like
yes.
the moment while awakened one saw you, just start to open the wisdom for you, and awaken was that that mind. You see, oh, you receive directly from that moment, and then
Mm,
oh, that is awakened mind, right? And awakened said, have you ever recognized that mind? And the moment you just that moment is from that moment you experience about that mind. That is
yeah.
awakened mind, right? And
Mm,
right the moment you see it, you will see the true mind appear, right? It's an
yes.
awakened mind and the false mind, right? And then
Yes.
from
And
that
I do have
moment,
a question about that, actually.
mm,
What happens to the ego after enlightenment? Does it disappear or transform?
along the this disappear, not transform, it's disappear. Yes, yes, along the way,
Really?
because yes, when you become a Buddha, awaken, is a disappear, and the real mind appear. You are the real mind that disappear, and you live with that mind. From that moment, you live with awakened mind. You no longer
Mm,
live with the false mind. That's why
wow.
you don't need to transform. You need to live with the awakened mind, and from
Okay.
that, 24/7. Because
Beautiful.
awakened mind is a full of wisdom and compassion, and awake tool and a grave and serenity. Why you don't live with that mind? Why you live with
Mm,
the false mind? The false mind
yeah.
causes suffering. Therefore, we don't need to transform, right? If we transform in different form, but still inside the system, we don't need that. When awaken your Buddha potential, is when that arise, that disappear.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I
You
have
want
one last
transform or you want
question.
disappear? You want
You
transform or
know,
you want disappear?
for me, honestly, I don't know because I always felt that the ego doesn't die or anything. You sort of like transform it. But when you say the ego disappears, I'm like, oh wow. So,
You know, like
it's
the dream
shocking.
world. For example, like you live in a dream world, right? You
Mm,
remember when you fall to sleep, right? You sleep and
yes,
in the sleep time, right? You have dream, right? But when you wake
yes.
up, that guy still there or no?
It's not there as much. No,
You
for
become
me, no.
awakened. No, right? That
Yeah, I
guy
wake up.
gone. That's just
Yeah,
an
yeah.
illusion, that dream world. Yeah,
Yes,
that guy is
yes,
not real. But you
yes,
are awakened one, awakened mind,
yes,
right? Like that. When
yes.
you become awakened, you live with that mind.
Okay.
And
So
then
no
and
ego.
full yeah, no ego at all, but we live with that mind, but that mind very fresh, open, spontaneous, and true love. You still love. No, you can live like normal, but no more suffering, no more control by that guy.
Hmm. Okay, okay. Very interesting. My last question for you. What's a practice or ritual you recommend for those who want to stay awake once they've begun to glimpse the truth?
Like today with you, right? After awaken one open for your wisdom mind, right? After awaken one connect to you, I know for sure from that moment you never forgot that moment. You will connect with awaken one, right? You will connect with awaken one by
Yes.
nature, right? And
Yes.
then from that moment, awake one already show you about what real you, right? You already
Mm-hmm.
experience about that moment. You continue
Yeah.
to connect back to that. The more you connect back to that mind, right? The easier for you to connect to awaken one, find natures. And from there, in your daily life, spend more time to connect back to that mind, to reconnect back to that mind, that's you. And then along the way, all the false mind arise, right? Sometimes it's like right, wrong, good, bad, either recognize, right, don't follow. Don't follow that mind. Let that mind be. Continue to go back to the awakened mind, the mind I already opened for you, and continue to connect back to awaken one fine nature, the wisdom, compassion, crave out, awake to, and the serenity, right? And then that is the process of waking up, right? And then that is, and then when you have time, give you more time for awakening, seeding, meditation. It means You have to go back to awaken stillness, to go back, breathing in, breathing out. And then reconnect to the mind I already opened for you. Connect back to you, right? And then along the way is all the false mind arise will fall apart, right? You no longer associate with that mind. You no longer let that mind control you. Let it be. And then from that moment, just continue to start the journey, and I will help you more. That is the journey.
Thank you so much, Thien. It was such a pleasure hosting you. Do you have any final words you'd like to share with my listeners before we say goodbye?
Okay, it's been today truly you have potential to wake up. Truly, by
Thank
talking to
you.
you, it's not about interview. Like just awaken what just open your wisdom mind, and you are
Mm,
very open, very fresh, very just you be yourself, and then no fear at all, right? When you talk to awaken, you have no fear at all, right? You don't need to worry about anything, right? Just be open,
mm-hmm.
right? And
Yes.
awaken wish that everybody in this world, you all have the potential. You have a potential to wake up and truly happy and truly free, right? And then connect back to that mind. Come to meet awakened one, and or listen to whatever awakened one open. And then
Mm.
along the way, I will help everybody to wake up, to go back to the awakened mind, and along the way to liberate all the attachment. If one wake up, other will wake up, and other will wake up. Family, husband, wife, children, parents, co-worker, and the world, the society, and the world, and we make the world to become awakened world, and then a world of true love, true happiness, and no more fighting, no more war, no more suffering. That is my purpose to be here today with you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. Thank you for sharing your space and your energy. To my listeners, if you loved this episode, please leave a review and a comment and reach out to Awaken Zen Master on her website. I'm going to attach it to my info box. You see everything you need to know about Master Thich. And yes, thank you so much for joining me. You have a lovely day and sending you all the love all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Again, remember you are awakened mind. The mind are already open to you. I let you experience. Don't ever forget that mind, right? Don't ever
Yes.
forget to go connect back to that mind, right? And then all the voices within your mind. It's not you. Let it
Hmm.
be. Let it go. And continue to go back to the awakened mind and connect to awakened one, right? And from that the journey starts. Okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.